LPT Request: How to deal with a coworker that won't use critical thinking. I have this coworker who is just covering for mat leave, so won't be here at least another 8-9 months. The girl who was in the position before talked me up because I helped her out a lot. I didn't mind doing this for her because she would come to me with the question saying she looked into this, that and the other thing. So the information was mostly ready, she just needed someone to brainstorm with. Since I was talked up, the new girl automatically just loved me. What I have found is the new girl will not know the answer to a question and will just ask me, without trying to do any discovery herself. When she was new it was fine because she was new. I have my own job to do, and while I'm not crazy busy, I don't want to spend time looking through her email for an answer she could find through her own email. Keep in mind, I am not her superior. I am in the exact same position as her, just in a different city. What is a polite and direct way of asking, what steps have you taken to find an answer? Should I just say that and then ask her to do some discovery before reaching out to me? Edit: I did not expect to get this much of a response. I can't reply to everyone, but I have gotten some great advice. Bonus story: after writing this, she asked me to do something and I replied, since this is an old system and you might not remember when I showed you how to do this, I will do it. You may want to discuss with boss how you will be changing customers in the new system though, because I will be hands off with all your city invoices once that is rolling. Been here. At one point after multiple "what have you already done" nudges and no changes in their behavior, I went to, I'm not sure, have you asked your manager? They're going to have a better idea of what they want you to do with it. Good luck. After 2 of those, I stopped getting requests from them to solve the problems. And it was better at that point for their manager to start taking on the direct training. I think a good start is something along the lines of what you said. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of something right now that I need to take care of. I don't want to leave you hanging. So can you tell me what you've done already so I don't repeat any steps here in order to save some time? You're still communicating that you're willing to help her out, but it does raise the idea that she should have done something before asking for help. Sure, I can walk you through that. Throw an invite on my calendar this afternoon and we'll set up a Zoom. I never do things for people, but I'm always very happy to stand behind them to teach them to do things themselves. And telling them to schedule a meeting means the only immediate solution is doing it themselves. I worked with a woman who literally sprayed the glass display cases with 409 and left them absolutely fogged to shit, and when I pointed it out she literally couldn't see the problem with it through the hazy glass. She picked up the bottle and loudly and sarcastically read off all purpose cleaner. She was unteachable and eventually got fired. But now that I think about it, it was probably weaponized incompetence because she did not want to work. On top of directly asking her what she's done, as others have recommended, start increasing how long it takes you to respond. Right now it's faster for her to come to you than it is for her to actually do work. Once you fix that, it'll go a long way to solving this problem. Okay, let me help you. What have you tried so far, so we don't repeat steps? What happened when you looked through your email to try to find the answer? Oh, I didn't find it. Can you just tell me? Look again. Pretty sure I saw it in one of the emails you sent. If that doesn't work, I'd bring it up in one of your one-on-ones with your manager. Let your manager know what the issue is, but don't come across as complaining about it. Just let him/her know that helping the person do basic searches for answers and simple problem solving is taking away from the time you could be spending to complete other projects for your manager. This happened to me with someone I used to work with. After a while, when they came to me with a question, I would ask them either what solution they had found, or did they know where to look for a solution. It continued so over 2 days I took a tally of how many times they asked me a question. On the third day I said to them, hey, over the last 2 days I made a quick tally and you have asked me over 40 questions. I want you to be really good at your job. So if you bring me a problem, I want you to bring me a solution too. They were so surprised and didn't realize they were doing it so much and started to work things out on their own. I did this as a fresh college grad without realizing how annoying I was being. After a few weeks, maybe longer, my coworker responded with, "Did you even try to find the answer first?" Welp, that did it. I look everywhere for answers before bothering someone else. And now that I have a coworker who does this, I see how annoying it must have been. What is a polite and direct way of asking, what steps have you taken to find an answer? Just like that. Tell me 3 ways you have tried to solve this yourself. I already did that in my first job. It makes people think for themselves. And you can learn and teach something. And if someone answered, sorry, no time for that, then I answered, if it's a matter of time, talk to your manager. How would you approach figuring this out? Where would you begin to try to find the answer for yourself? What do you think the first step should be? Frame it more like coaching instead of accusatory. What have you done, as in training wheels, before you're gone? Yes, it's easier to ask you the answer, but if you can vet her thought process, she should feel more equipped, capable to believe in her own thought process once you and the easy answers are gone. When they ask you for answers, they should be able to figure out on their own. How about trying? Oh, I'm not sure. Let me know what you find. I worked with someone like that. After a year, I stopped helping her figure out the same job she did for a year. She got fired because she fucked up so badly. I have a new person now that works in total sync with me. It's lovely. Let her sink or learn to swim. What steps have you already taken so I don't end up checking the same things? What were the steps you tried last time this happened? But yeah, people advising that you just tell her you'd love to help at the moment, but you're in the middle of something is probably the best thing. I'm not sure how much you end up helping her, but you might want to take into consideration that if it's the same type of things she's constantly needing help on, that she's actually playing stupid to get you to do part of her work for her. Ask your manager. What steps have you taken so far to find the solution in your own? I just want to make sure I'm not repeating the same effort you've put in. Also, FYI, this person knows what they're doing. They're coasting for 9 months and getting you to do the heavy lifting. I've learned to deal with coworkers like that by guiding them into solving the issue. Need X thing? Try searching for X in your email. No luck? Search in our database. Still no? IDK, what to say? Ask Helen. I think what steps have you taken to find the answer is more than appropriate. It's not passive aggressive. It's information you need so you don't double efforts. If she says none, ask, well, what do you think? And make her answer before giving her a solution. Teach a man to fish and all that. I once made a graphic and used it with new hires or trainees, kind of describing how one should brainstorm and approach any general issue. The last step was to reach out for help from me. So now I'm not being mean by asking what they have tried, I am encouraging learning and training. Ask her what she's tried so far, and then recommend next steps to try to find her answer. Abraham Lincoln once said that a wise man knows which stumps to split and pull and which to plow around. I'm happy to answer any specific questions you have, but I don't have the time to work through the whole whatever it is with you. Repeating what someone else said. Tell her she needs to talk to her supervisor for guidance.